I'm Gary King Millward. I work with Margaret at Divine Centre for Fibromyalgia Support NI. We do our best to help and support anybody that comes to us looking for advice and support. I was diagnosed myself finally in 2005. I still push for the idea that even though I've got a disability, you should still be able to work. It's all about managing it as best you can. Don't let it get to the stage you can't get out of bed, because if you let it get to that stage, then you can't recover quickly. Where if you take time off when you're feeling bad, take 2 weeks off, give your body time to recover, you're giving yourself a chance, and then you can maybe go back in 2 weeks, or you might need another week, but you'll not be off for big long periods, which are harder to recover from. And it's very intimidating when you go back to work and you have to deal with people asking, what was wrong with you? Why were you off? And it just continues. And there's nothing that they can actually see wrong with you, because with this being an invisible illness, you can't see pain, so they can't see that there's something actually wrong with you. Well, on a day-to-day basis at the minute, I'm using pain relief medication, which basically all it really does is take the edge off. It doesn't actually kill the pain. It takes the edge off, which gives you that wee bit of more chance to do something. I work with, I have strong pain tolerance already, and that's one of the things that is helping me to stay in work. The fact that I can work through the pain and keep going to a certain stage and then say, no, that's my limit. Over the time, I've worked out what my limitations are and how much you can do and roughly what you're going to expect for doing it. If you work an extra hour or two a day, you're going to be punished for it by the end of the week. You're going to be totally exhausted. You're going to want to sleep all weekend. One of my problems with the illness is I can't sleep. I'm on amitriptyline and I take 75 milligrams a night, and I still get at best 2 hours of broken sleep per night, and that would be going to bed at say 7 o'clock and getting up again at 3 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work. I've had 2 hours broken sleep with 15-minute naps. Because you're laying for 15 minutes in the one position and the pain builds up, so it wakes you up again. And when I wake up, unlike other people, because people with fibromyalgia don't go into deep sleep unless you're totally exhausted, we wake up very quickly, and I just wake up and I'm fully awake, so I can't get back over easily. So it could be an hour and a half before I get back over. So it's just a constant battle to fight the tiredness and just keep your mood up and everything else. Well, we have a support group ourselves at Divine Centre, and it meets once a month on a Tuesday. Also, I would go online. There's some good groups that you can find. There is a lot of information out there, and some of it isn't good. So you have to sort of check and see if any of it's, trusted by government or whatever. I go to a couple in particular, and those ones, you can get them online, and there's a girl called Jenny Reynolds does a podcast on YouTube, and she does a weekly podcast, and it's only about fibromyalgia, and it's all things like, set yourself good tasks, like go out and meet a friend for a cup of coffee instead of staying shut in the house all day. Things like that that can increase your mood. You've had a bit of exercise, that all helps, because if you sit down and don't take the exercise, you just seize up, you get worse and worse and worse, and then you just can't do anything at all, and the road to recovery is a very, very long one. You end up maybe getting sent to a gym, and you're walking on a treadmill at the slowest pace possible for 10 minutes, and that's you exhausted, or the pain's too much, and just trying to build that up day after day after day, and you just don't want to get into that stage. The services you can check online. You can go online onto Google and type fibromyalgia, and a lot of stuff will come up. There's also links there. There's links for yourselves there, the client and patient council, and they have links there to help and support groups and stuff, which was set up recently, in the pathways and so on that was set up. And there's different things, you know, if you go online you can find a group for this or a group for that or whatever, and you find most of the groups, what they'll do is they'll get people coming in and talking and doing talks. I went to the Lisburn group one day and they had the pain clinic nurse for East Belfast, and she was there speaking on the medications and how ones that are make you eat a lot, you know, make you crave food, so you put on a lot of weight, and other ones, you know, do different things to you, so you have to think about the side effects of what you're taking. The biggest thing that would make a difference to my life, for them to find a cure for fibromyalgia